All right, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be reviewing the July 8th MLB games, going over those, and we have 9 of them, so going to jump right into it. We have a couple of comebacks, a couple of close games, and as well, we had 2 postponements yesterday. Toronto Blue Jays, Baltimore Orioles postponed, New York Mets, Pittsburgh Pirates postponed. Both those postponed to rain, so we only had 9 to go through. And I'm going to kick things off today with the biggest game of the night, and we had the Washington Nationals out to an 8-0 lead over the San Diego Padres, and the Padres found a way to come back, and it was on the backs of their relief pitcher, and his name was Camarena. He goes out there, bases loaded, hits a grand slam off of Max Scherzer to spearhead this comeback. He brings it within 8-6, and this is all happening in the bottom of the 4th inning. And the Padres go on to add a couple more in that inning, tie it up in the bottom of the 6th, and then in the bottom of the 9th, we have Grisham go up there and walk off the Padres in an unbelievable game, unbelievable fashion that they make this comeback. So gotta give them mad props for that. And the relief pitcher coming in clutch for them, Tony Pham, nice 3-hit night. Tatis hits his 28th home run of the season. Camarena hits his first, of course, his only one as a relief pitcher coming off of Scherzer. 2 out, 3 on, grand slam. Trey Turner on the other side, a guy who should be a starter in the All-Star game. Let's be real. 3-hit, 3 RBI, 2 home run night, coming up a little short for his team. And this was disaster for the Nationals. This was a game where they had it locked down, 8-run lead. They had gotten to Yu Darvish, who went 3 innings pitched, 6 earned runs. They had gotten to him. And when you get to Darvish, get an 8-run lead, and you have Scherzer on the mound, and find a way to lose while you're in the hunt for playoffs, it's not good. And Nationals lose this one 9-8. We're going to work backwards from the later games to forward games on this one. Brewers 5, Reds 3. Brewers got out to a 2-0 lead early in this first inning. And then the Reds put up a 3 spot in the top of the 5th to actually take a lead. But Brewers answer back. They tie it up in the bottom of the 6th and add 2 runs in the 8th to get a lead. And Hader comes in for the second night in a row, last night blowing his first save of the season, and he manages to close the door. This time, the only home run comes from Garcia, his 16th of the season, coming in that 8th inning, 2-run shots. Hauser goes 4.1, no earned runs, bunch of walks and 6 Ks. Hauser goes 93 pitches in those 4 innings, so he's really worked. Tyler Mahle goes 6, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks. And then the bullpen again, the Reds bullpen has just not been consistent this season. Sometimes it seems to be their best friend, and then other nights like this, just atrocious. And this was a game that the Reds let get away from them. They could have had 2 games that they made up on the Brewers over the past 2 nights. Very key game, but they fall a little short, and now it's ended up being a wash over the 2 nights. Twins 5, Tigers 3. This was 3rd game in a row here where there's a comeback, and the Tigers were up 3-1 going into the late innings in this, where the Twins find their way. Sano hitting his 15th of the season, getting it going in that 7th inning off of Skubal, which ends up leading to a 3-run inning to make the comeback complete. On the other side, Hasse hits his 13th for Detroit. Skubal goes 6, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. He's going to get charged with the loss, and he was going very well until that 7th inning. They tried to stretch him out for that. He fell short, and they couldn't. Jay Happ on the other side goes 7, 3 earned runs, 8 Ks. He looked like he was going to be in line for the loss, but they keep him out there for 102 pitches, and he closes the door after that, and the bullpen comes in, closes the door. Twins find a nice win. Moving along with the Phillies 8, Cubs 0, and Cubs are right back after ending their losing streak, right back to kind of being embarrassing. 8-0 loss, no offense going, 5 hits. Phillies on the other side, 8 runs on 11 hits. Brad Miller leading the way with 3 hits, 5 RBIs, 3 home runs on this game, putting up to 9 on the season. And if you look at the thumbnail, there's a photo of him wearing all the sombreros, the way he was when he was celebrating his home runs. Gregorius hits his 7th of the season as well, so the Phillies go to the long ball to find a way to beat the Cubs. Azalea goes 5, 4 earned runs, 5 Ks, giving up 2 home runs, and Eflin goes 6, 0 runs, 5 Ks. And the Phillies pick one nice win, and this National League East is heating up. Hopefully the Mets can keep things going to be able to keep a lead going, because there's 3 teams I know that are on their butts. Indians 7, Royals 4. This one was insane. The Royals were up, 3-1 going into the 8th. Then the Indians put up 3 spot here, making it 4-3. They actually had a lead, putting up a 3 spot in that 8th. But Kansas City answered back and tied it up at the top of the 9th. So that was the second game in a row where the 9th inning was very rough for the Indians. However, this time they pull an offense together and then put up 3 in the bottom of the 9th off a monster home run from Pharrell Reyes, his 14th of the season. 2 on, 2 out, for them to be able to walk them off here. Insane. And they end their massive losing streak and manage to stay above 500. Bradley hits his 9th of the season. Perez as well for the Indians hits his 4th. Then we go over to the Kansas City Royals. We have Carlos Santana had 2 home runs in this game, one of them being in that 9th that tied it. He's up to 15, and Dozier hits his 8th of the season as well. Danny Duffy goes 5, 1 on 5 Ks for a great outing. Danny Duffy's been money in the bank for the Royals, but the bullpen, as we know, Barlow blows the save at first in the 8th, and then Holland blows it again in the 9th. So we have 2 blown saves in this game down the stretch for the Royals. Next game, we got the Mariners 4, Yankees 3, and after 2 nights of the Yankees having decent offense popping off that way, they were shut out to a 1-hit night. Gilbert going 7, 0 earned runs, 8 Ks, keeping the Yankees silent and blanking on. Well, Montgomery goes 6.2, 3 runs, 9 Ks. Again, Montgomery's had a pretty good outing here, but without the offense, they can't get it going, right? So Kyle Seager hits his 16th, Moore his 8th, and Haniger his 19th. 2 of those home runs coming off of Montgomery, and of course leads him in line for the loss. So at least the Mariners avoid the sweep very much in this wild card battle series. So worst case scenario, they got swept and they avoided that. So they got something to be happy about, and they're going to move on. The Yankees are going to move on. These weekend series are going to be very important how these guys close out the first half. Rockies 9, Diamondbacks 3. So the Diamondbacks' giant win streak of 2 games has come to an end. And they had a lead again in this one halfway through. It was 3-2 before the Rockies put up 2 in the 6th, 4 in the 7th, and even another one in that 9th inning. No home runs though from the Rockies, just generating all these runs. And it was Nunez leading the way with 3 hits, 1 RBI, and Mac Mahone 2 hits, 1 RBI himself. Van Meter for the Diamondbacks hits his 2nd home run of the season, and Faria goes 5, 2 earned runs, 4 Ks. Well, Rockies Gonzalez goes 5, 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. And he gets the win because he gets a little bit of offense in that 6th inning right after he had given up the lead in the 5th. So they don't send him back out for the 6th, so the offense comes in for him in time. Oakland A's 2, Astros 1, and at least the A's avoid a sweep from the Stros, because that probably could have sealed their deal. I know we still have half a season to go, but the Astros were beginning to get quite a bit of lead here. The top of the lineup for the A's really contributing to the offense. All the runs coming in the first, 2 runs in that 1st inning. Lariano, Andrus, both multi-hit nights. Lowry as well, a multi-hit night. And then the bottom of the lineup, 0 hits across the board. So they were kept pretty quiet. That 1st inning really got it done for them. No home runs coming in this game. Lance McCullers goes 7, 2 earned runs, 8 Ks, and Frankie Montas 6.2, 1 earned runs, 10 Ks. Both these guys, great outings, and this had playoff baseball atmosphere written all over it. Astros, they fall a little bit short of the sweep, but they got to be happy with how this series went. They still got about 4.5 game lead going into the All-Star break after this weekend. Dodgers 6, Marlins 1. Dodgers don't get walked off this night. So after being walked off the previous 2 nights, they kind of put the Marlins to rest. Marlins were at 1-0, but Dodgers do answer back, tying it up in the 4th, and then in the 5th, they kind of do what the Dodgers do and put up a big 5 spot, which they tend to do, right? They tend to put up these big innings from time to time, and that's what makes the Dodgers so good. Home runs, we have none coming from the Dodgers, and as Chisholm hitting his 10th of the season. Alcantara goes 3 earned runs, 5 Ks. One of the shorter games that we see Alcantara do. He went 98 pitches to get to that, by the way. And that's just typical what Dodgers do to you. Make you work, make you sweat, all that stuff. Urias for the Dodgers goes 7, 1 earned run, 9 Ks. He's now 11-3. Him and Buehler combined have been amazing for the Dodgers, keeping them very much going. And that's it. The Dodgers keep pace with the Padres, who also won. That West division is just heating up. Those 3 teams are going to be battling, duking it out for the rest of the season. Got to be getting excited about how that's going. Otherwise, it was a short night, 9 games, and we just wrapped through them a little bit slower than normal, but there were some interesting events that happened and quite a few comebacks. If you made it this far, please go down there, like that button, smash that subscribe button, join the community, add to the comments what you saw last night, what you enjoyed, what might have missed from some of these key games, and what you're looking forward to this weekend. Let me know, and we'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out.